Bonjour and marhaban, my friends. It is the last day of the May 2021 Online International Fiber Festival. Today we are headed into Africa to visit Morocco. What a journey it has been, and we are finishing strong. The itinerary for Morocco has been such a joy to put together, and I hope you have a grand time today exploring it all. This is the last chance that you have to register for the closing event. It is this afternoon at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Find the registration link in the Start Here link in the header in the itinerary page of the festival. If you're on the page, it should be right above this video, and I'll see you there today. If you cannot make it, if all goes well, a recording of the event will be added to this page as the evening entertainment, so fingers crossed it will all go well. We have 4 vendors for you from Morocco, so let me tell you about them now. First, we have 106 meters from the road. Irene Wagoner researches and writes about knitting traditions around the world. Her work draws on participant observation, interviews, and historical, linguistic, and archaeological evidence to situate the craft within the broader themes of economy, society, and politics. Her book, Keepers of the Sheep, Knitting in Morocco's High Atlas and Beyond, was written in collaboration with Hussein Mardi, Moua Ahansali, and Muha Nait Tabatot. In the book, she presents a Moroccan knitting tradition that is in danger of disappearing and connects this tradition to a much older one that stretches across North Africa and possibly to the very origins of knitting itself. Irene sells her work as well as handmade craft supplies produced by artisans with whom she's worked. A portion of each book sale goes to the community with which she's worked, and all of the handmade craft items that she sells were purchased at prices that are worthwhile and profitable for the artisans. Our next vendor is Moroccan Bling. Jess Stevens is an artist who takes her inspiration from her beloved country of residence, Morocco. Her art and jewelry are full of color and texture, and her approach to her work is both playful and informed by her sensibility of color. Mustafa the Weaver is a traditional Moroccan weaver who is working to preserve the skill and traditions tied to his craft. He was a blanket weaver until recently, when he changed course and started creating his own weaving patterns. You have 2 options when purchasing from Mustafa. You can order an already finished shawl and have it sent to you, or you can contact him through his shop and work out a custom order. Next, we have the Sefrou Sisters. Sefrou Sisters is working to connect a cottage industry of micro-textiles to a textile-loving global market. They deal in tiny hand-woven textile buttons or beads that complement the traditional clothing of Morocco. With much care and enthusiasm, Sefrou Sisters buys straight from female makers at sustainable prices, supporting the individual maker and their heritage crafts. Find all of our Moroccan vendors in the marketplace at oifiberfestival.com. As for our classes today, I think my choices of classes this time will make sense after you've seen the closing event with Irene Wagoner, but for now, maybe I'll just leave you to guess why I picked them. First, we have Ply to Knit, Spin the Yarn You Really Want with Jill Moreno. Then we have Essential Skills for Circular Knitting with Pam Powers Knits. And finally, Simple Techniques for a Simple Fit with Amy Herzog. And of course, because it's a Craftsy class, you are welcome to choose any class from their catalog. These are just my recommendations based on the themes and the crafts of the area that we are in today. Please, please take your time to start your exploration of Morocco today by watching the documentary Mustafa the Weaver. This is the same weaver who is one of our vendors, and the documentary talks about his work as a traditional weaver and his efforts to preserve the craft. It's less than 10 minutes long, it's beautifully filmed, and I think it's a great documentary. It'll give you good insight into his work. There are 2 recommended videos today for Curiosity Stream members. The first is Bon Appetit, Gérard Depardieu's Europe. Now, despite its name, the show is about his trip to Fez to experience the local food scene. Please be advised that this show is very clear about where meat comes from, and there is a scene showing a halal killing of 2 pigeons. It's quick and it's life, but it's also outside of some people's comfort levels, and so I wanted to let you know that that is something that happens in this documentary. The other selection from Curiosity Stream is a brief documentary about a Moroccan scientist who found a way to boost the efficiency of antibiotics. Very interesting stuff. Our YouTube videos include a history of Morocco, a film about rug weavers, and one about shoemakers, another one about a traditional painter. There is also a trip to Casablanca and to an Imilchil wedding festival. You can learn about argan oil and how microfinance is building income security for the women of Morocco. And for nature lovers, there is a show about the sand cat. And music lovers will meet Doozy, a Moroccan singer who has been spreading Moroccan music to the wider world. For dinner, we have tagine. If you don't have a traditional tagine pot, you can use a heavy pot with a lid or a slow cooker. There is more information in the recipe for the tagine with peas and artichokes that I have suggested for you to make tonight. We will be eating it with cobs, which I probably just butchered. Again, we're outside of the English-speaking world. I'm going to make mistakes. I do apologize. I'm very sorry. I am trying. But cobs is a traditional bread that you should use to literally eat the meal with. You're going to be eating with the bread rather than with a fork or spoon or something. And this is us, everyone. I hope to see you later today at the live event with Irene Wagoner, and I truly hope that you enjoyed our third trip around the world together. I do hope to do this again next spring. Please keep your eyes peeled for updates. Share the festival with your friends. Come back and finish up what you didn't get to see as the festival was going on. And be sure to log into the groups on Facebook and Ravelry, or tag your posts on Instagram with OI Fiber Fest to carry on the conversation. If you would like to stay in touch with me, you can find me at IthoughtIKnewHow.com, where I post episodes of my audio podcast, which is also called I Thought I Knew How, as well as very rare blog posts. Remember, my friends, the world is a beautiful place full of amazing people. Get out and see it. Bye, everybody.